because he's one step up from a total dive bar, the owner, Eddie, a burly man of Irish descent, sits across from Drake with a beer and some paperwork in front of him. Drake sits with hands neatly folded in his lap.
So, you just moved here.
That's right.
You sing what?
Frank Sinatra.
Sinatra? That's all?
What more is there?
Okay, but seriously, what else do you do? Any originals? Rock?
Just Sinatra. I'd love to sing opera, but I just don't have the voice for it.
Sinatra was a great man, don't get me wrong. But Sinatra impersonations aren't exactly gonna draw in the crowds. But since I don't have anybody else, I'll tell you what. Come in for our open mic night, we'll see what you got. People seem to like it, and we can talk about some more regular gigs. Who knows? Maybe it's the new fad.
Well, thanks. I have the perfect outfit. I'm thinking a gray fedora like Frank used to wear, or should I say Sinatra. I just feel like I know him. It's all going to be perfect. You're gonna love it. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the...
Okay, that's not necessary. Better save those pipes for the show.
Righto, Daddy-O. We'll see you next week.
Outside the opera house, Julie steps into the night and begins walking home after a long shift at work. She gets a feeling that she's being followed and sees the shadow of a man. She begins walking faster. Suddenly, a hand touches her shoulder.
Ah!
Hi there. I saw you at the opera last night.
Yeah, I work there. You scared me.
I'm sorry. You do the lighting?
I'm up in the little booth in back. What night were you there?
Tonight, and Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday, and...
Wow.
Yeah, of every week, just for the past 3 weeks.
You really love the opera.
I do. The raw, pure emotion, the music,
The dramatic stage lighting.
Yes, the lighting. Yeah. Would you like to go with me sometime to the opera? Not for work, but for fun.
Well, actually, I get free tickets. I haven't used any of them.
What? Why not?
You shouldn't sneak up on people like that.
I try to get your attention inside. I'm sorry.
There are vampires around, you know.
Yes. It is quite exciting.
I wouldn't go that far.
How far would you go?
Let's just say vampires are different.
And that's a good thing, for sure.
Later in the week, Drake and Julie are walking inside the opera house. The doorman sees Drake with Julie, who's wearing an elegant green dress, and nods admiringly at Drake, who nods back.
Looking sharp, my friend.
Indeed, we are.
Drake and Julie are in their seats, waiting for the show to begin. Julie fishes around in her purse.
Oh, I forgot my phone. Do you wear a watch?
7:54. I watch the sun.
At night?
Instinctual, I guess.
Drake looks away to the stage as the house lights dim. Julie eventually looks away from him, smiling to herself. The house lights flash twice. Julie puts her hand on Drake's arm. He's very aware of her touch, as he hasn't been touched for a very, very long time.
As soon as everyone's seated, the lights will dim. Right about now. The lights are set on stage, but dimmed. They'll draw the curtain, and the yellow lights on stage right brighten. Spotlight floods the stage, and here come the red lights on stage left, and there she is.
A woman steps into the rosy hue of the stage and begins singing. Drake looks to Julie as she lets go of Drake's arm and sits back into her seat, her eyes on the show. Drake can't stop smiling. That night after the show, Drake and Julie are standing on a subway train. They share a moment of silence.
When do you work again? At the opera?
Next week, Thursday, I think.
You want to go again?
To the opera? I don't know. Do you listen to any modern music? I mean, don't get me wrong. The opera, Sinatra, they're great, but there's a world of music out there.
I don't know. Not really. I mean, Not at all, I guess. I have Frank Sinatra's albums up to 1980.
Wow. Well, there's a lot of music out there. There are some really cool record stores around. You should check them out. This is my stop. Do you know your way home from here?
Yeah. Yeah, I have a show next week at the Cozy, and you should come. I mean, if you want.
What kind of show?
I'm a singer.
Let me guess, you're doing Sinatra.
You betcha.
Suppose I could check it out?
Are you okay with walking alone at night?
I'm afraid for the people who might run into me in the dark.
The doors of the subway close and she's gone. Drake walks through the aisles of a used record store, gently running his fingers over the vinyl.
Please forgive me, Frank, for I am about to add the rock to the roll.
Drake eventually walks up to the cashier with a stack of records.
Let's see what you got there.
A week later, in the Cozy, on open mic night, a couple people are strewn throughout the bar. A woman on stage is setting up with a band. Julie enters and looks around for Drake. She doesn't see him and walks over to Eddie, the owner.
Is Drake singing tonight? I don't see his name anywhere.
It was supposed to be, but he never showed. I had to call Cindy. Not a good singer, but she got great legs.
Did you try calling him?
He didn't have a phone, only an address. It's not my job to go looking for people. Excuse me, vampires. Of all creatures on earth, they should know better. They've had plenty of time to learn how to be on time.
Can I see the address?
At night, a taxi pulls up to Drake's house and Julie gets out. The Christmas lights on Drake's house are lit up and the two mechanical reindeer bow their heads up and down. Julie enters Drake's house and she sees dozens of vinyl albums strewn all over the room. In the background, Bob Dylan's Desire album is playing. Julie carefully steps around the records.
Drake?
Julie cautiously walks up the stairs. The music gets louder.
Drake, are you here?
She sees a light from the very top attic floor. The door opens and we see Julie walking into the light of the room. Records are everywhere.
Drake? Drake?
Drake, with his back to Julie, dances around and sings. Julie reaches out to gently touch his shoulder. He jumps and spins around. His eyes and hair are wild.
Julie!
Drake, you missed your show.
Well, I thought it'd been a while since I've seen you.
You've been here the whole week?
Julie, it's amazing. I've listened to all kinds of new music.
That's all you've been doing for the last week.
I had no idea what I was missing.
He grabs a record and holds it out to her. She ignores it.
Did you know that David Bowie is Ziggy Stardust? Ziggy played guitar, jamming good with Weird and Gilly, and the Spiders from Mars. Oh, and Johnny Cash live from Folsom Prison. I never knew storytelling could be so raw and gritty. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I bit a man in Reno just to watch him die. You see, I said a bit instead of shot, and it still has the same meaning. It's quite brilliant. And the Beatles' Magical Mystery Tour. They're coming to take us away? Fantastic! The Magical Mystery Tour is waiting to take you away. Waiting to take you away.
Drake. You can't just not show up to work. You lost your chance at the Cozy.
You, my brown-eyed girl, do you remember when we used to sing?
Drake, I'm serious.
Jules, I have an idea for the Cozy.
Drake reaches down into the record player and changes the album.
This one's for you. You made a fool of me, but these broken dreams have got to end.
He grabs her and they begin dancing.
We'll have theme nights. Evil woman. You're an evil woman for telling me about all this amazing music. I'm just kidding. You're not evil. It's just a great song.